Cesar Chavez Day just passed, or as some people call it, Cesar Chavez Day. And there was locally here in Oxnard a march and a resource fair that was going on. And us as VC the Fence Out were invited to run a workshop and do some resource distribution there, which we were more than happy to do. And one of the questions that came up is, how do you consolidate your radical politics with the history of Cesar Chavez? And that brought up a point that I had to make in regards to us as organizers and how we view the work that we put in, right? Personally, I don't fuck with the legacy of Cesar Chavez on that front. As an organizer, he did horrible things and felt very horribly about undocumented folks. The way that he treated women within his organization is not something that I co-sign with at all. But at the same time, I have to distance the person from the movement that revolves around the day that was established for him, right? It's also similar to how I feel about the Catholic Church. I don't fuck with the Catholic Church in any way, shape, or form. But we got asked to do a Know Your Rights workshop and resource distribution by a few churches too. And I'm gonna go, regardless of how much my skin burns when I walk into those buildings. I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna do that because at the end of the day, this comes down to the fundamental, most important point. If I'm really about my people and I really care and love my people as much as I claim to do, then I need to meet my people where they're at. I need to go out to the spaces where my people are at, where they congregate, where they hang out, and that's where I gotta do my work, in those spaces. All of us as organizers understand that we have certain boundaries and parameters that we don't really want to fuck with outside of that shit. Everybody as a person has boundaries and parameters of things that they're willing to tolerate, not tolerate, and work within and not work within, right? Perfect example is the day before on Saturday, it was like that Democratic Party nationwide led protests of everything that was trying to drown out the Palestinian protests. And I didn't go to none of that because that's outside of my parameters. I don't care about any of that. I care about brown folks, undocumented folks, and that is where I'm sticking with it. They were at the Cesar Chavez March and they're at Catholic churches, right? So that's where I'm willing to go, especially if I'm trying to do this work on deportation defense. So at the end of the day, I think the most important part is that you have to figure out where your work is going to be most effective, where you're going to meet people you got to meet people where they're at to get them where we want to go, right? And I either do that or I could sit at home and make TikToks all day and like a lot of these American anarchists that are just uploading videos to Instagram with no goals and no answers and be mad at the world. You kind of have to figure out what your balance is. So I hope that answers a few of the questions.